We need a bit of a toot, yeah? A wee bit of a fucking toot, yeah? That's gonna be a problem.
Meanwhile.
Now we can do this the easy way or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
Well, I don't think you and I will be doing anything any kind of way.
Okay, I see you choosing the hard way.
The damage was already done. Her heart was shattered. She didn't even wipe the tears. Jada stuck around in this marriage that she never wanted in the first place so long because of her kids and the pressure to maintain the image created around the Smiths.
So insecurity is the reason? I think a better and more justified reason would just be practicality. Or excess, luxury, not the prestige, but what prestige begets you. A baguette.
No prison dog, just your baguette in a pushing.
Baguette. What prestige allows for you in your life. Being rich, being famous, being able to go anywhere, do anything, whatever you want, whenever. I think that's a little bit more of a reason. I don't know, when you frame it like this, it kind of makes it seem like, oh, they were trying to do what's best for the others. Well, maybe that's, I mean, I see it as insecurity. You're worried about public image. Why? Because you put yourself out there in the public eye and in very personal aspects of your life. And you're worried that you have to maintain it. Man, that's like having kids and then being like, oh, God, I hate the responsibility that comes with it. Oh, damn it. Let me just flail. And then cry. And then sit around a red table and talk about our entanglements.
On one hand, I wanted a career. I'd worked so hard and yet there I was, strung out on having to make decisions based on that, and it was too difficult.
No you weren't, you son of a bitch. No you weren't. You shut your goddamn mouth right fucking now. Oh my God. I want a career. I worked so hard and yet there I was strung out on having to make decisions. Oh no! In your giant ass mansion, living alongside a guy who can do all of those things and have provided you the platform to be able to do those things. It's just you just, I'm not sure what you do with your time. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Sacrificed your career for her famous kids. You entitled, arrogant, mindless, disgusting animal. You created them and they were able to do it. Yeah. And then you got angry at them when they got ahead of you in that regard. You manky, you little slug fest, little disgusting, decrepit animal slime being piece of shit, garbage man, porcupine ass looking fucking potato head. Shut up. Gross. This is the person that you threw away your already established monogamous relationship, the thing that you wanted. That's who you threw all that away for this? Fuck both of these people. Man. Ugh. Should it be a star? Should it be a mom? Should it be a wife? You can't be all three. Something has to give. Oh no, other people's decisions. I have to cave and oh no. The ramifications of the decisions that I made. And even so, even if you make those decisions, you can still adjust. You can still what does that mean? To be a wife, in this context, a guy who's going out doing all sorts of different stuff. Do you have to be home and cook and clean? Do you have to you have to take care of the kids? I mean, that comes after, but just looking at the wife-husband dynamic. Just looking at that. Oh, I gotta do this, but what do you have to do? Everything's good. Everything's fine. You have all the resources to outsource everything. You never have to cook, you never have to clean, you never have to determine even the stuff that you'd be doing for a day. You can do anything. But you're like, oh, but I gotta do this. But I gotta do that. Oh no, I don't. It's so hard to make this decision when I have so much. Oh my God. And I gotta be a mom. Oh. Not really. Oh God. So they both don't have any self-awareness. But her level of hers is disgusting. That's disgusting, dude. So you just didn't sit down and think and then commit to those thoughts and try to define a sequence of steps that you must make in order to get yourself to where you want to be in your life. Instead, you're just getting thrown around by appealing haphazardly to other people, to other people's insecurities, to your own insecurities. Back to back, you guys just get it wrong. That's it. You fucked it up. Nobody else but you. God.
Should I be a star? Should I be a mom? A wife? You can't be all three. Something has to give.
Oh man, should I be rich and famous and have the access to that option? The fact that I can even be in a position to be able to make these types of to be able to make a decision on which option I want to make. Oh no, what do I do? Where do I go? There's so many paths and they're all like laden with gold. All of the streets are paved with platinum. Oh no, I'm blinded by the light. Shut up.
Did you ever feel like Jada was ungrateful?
Hell yeah.
I knew your answer before you were gonna say that. Hell yeah.
Look at everything that I've done for you.
Yes. That was another
You
thing.
ungrateful.
But that was the other thing, because there were times I felt ungrateful.
Oh no! You felt you felt something that you would normally reasonably feel in reaction to being ungrateful, especially in this type of position. And now you're here trying to elicit sympathy for it. Like, oh, you think acknowledging it now? There were times I felt ungrateful too. So what about me? And how I feel? Despite everything that was handed to me, handed to you. That also makes it even worse. I mean, ugh.
Because I was like, look at your life.
Yes.
Dude, look at your life! Look at your life!
How could you be so unhappy? I used to think I was crazy.
Right.
Even Will's children realized they were failing. Will recalled a moment where he was eating ice cream in the kitchen with his daughter and wife. Willow turned to Jada and said, "It's so sad. Daddy has a picture of a family in his mind, and it's not us." This unstable relationship could not last, and in 2011, they reached a tipping point. In August 2011, rumors began that Jada was having an affair with Mark Anthony, her co-star on Hawthorne.
Oh, piece of shit, dumbass teenagers running around, porking each other, lying about it. You animals. Screw all of you, man. It's funny, like, I know it's just documentary trying to get something across, make it seem more dramatic, but what a worthless species, dude. No. She was having an affair. There were rumors that she was with Mark Anthony. Oh no. I skipped again.
At the time, Anthony was the subject of many tabloids following his public separation from Jennifer Lopez. However, Jada's rep released a statement saying, "All of the rumors regarding Mark Anthony and Jada are false," but the straw that finally broke the camel's back was during Jada's 40th birthday celebration. Will had started prepping for Jada's 40th 3 years earlier. He invited hundreds of guests, friends, family, other celebrities to a weekend-long celebration in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Mary J. Blige performed, and the guests were in awe of this beautiful celebration Will curated. But the 3-year-long surprise was a documentary Will made tracing Jada's family lineage back to slavery. Will resurfaced unseen pictures, found family members, and found a recording of her late beloved grandmother that she and her family had never heard before. These were very deep and personal messages from her grandmother that he broadcasted to hundreds of people at the party. The entire place is in tears. Her family, my family, everybody. All except Jada. She sat motionless, refusing to make eye contact with me. The video ends, family and friends erupt in a standing ovation. That night, Jada demanded that they cancel the rest of the weekend. Will said no, and she finally erupted.
Wow. I used the exact word.
Previously on The Walking Dead.
We can see a perceivable climax, quote unquote, from the slap, but what about her? What's a word to describe build-up, a release after a bunch of build-up? I just keep using the word climax. Eruption?
Will said no, and she finally erupted.
Doing all this stuff for someone who's ungrateful, you can almost kind of feel it. And yes, it is also kind of unreasonable. Don't be... you're both unreasonable, so like, you can't... No one's worse than the other. But, and you guys seem to both not be entirely against broadcasting all of the explicit, nuanced, personal details of your lives. So, especially, that was before, too. Presumably before, I don't know when the red table crap happened. But that was before then. So if it were before then, the red table, that stuff happening, and then the red table, then it's like, did you change your mind? Was that just something, was it something else was it not just that? Maybe it was a reflection of everything else. You know, like when you're with, you know, interact with someone and all these different tiny little nuanced slights kind of build up, and then they do something that's not really related to the thing that you have a problem with them when it comes to them. It's almost as if like you're reacting to that in reaction to this other thing that wasn't necessarily that. It's almost like you having trouble being able to have a conversation about these things, these grievances you may have with somebody. That's my guess of what that is, because that seems kind of your reaction seems kind of inconsistent. Clearly, if Will spent 3 years thinking that it would be fine, and then afterwards you guys do stuff like this, right? The table talk. Oh yes, dude. Freeze frame. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Iconic. Living. Start a regular label Misfits shit.
I'll cancel tomorrow. She was like, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
Right? And she's told me that the party was the most ridiculous display of my ego.
Woo.
Yeah, definitely. But she's married to, you know, Jada's with you, considers themselves your wife, doing all these things. And it's like, do you not see this, like, you clearly mean something to him. Did you not at least see that? The effort that he put in? Like, even if it was short-sighted, even if it was negligent, like egotistical, he still put in all that work and effort just to display something. It was definitely for other people, but it was also for you. That's the way I see that. That's a lot of effort, put in for years back to back, doing something for someone that he considers to be incredibly invaluable to him, just to have them shit on him for it. I'm not like that. This facial expression isn't like, oh man, sympathy. No, it's just I'm understanding. Yeah, it seems Will Smith paid way more for the relationship than Jada did. That's usually how it goes. It's usually the dude, unless the dude is able to be a scumbag to have lots of options and take advantage of people and then just discard them and do damage. Emotionally speaking, in my personal experience, from a lot of things that I've seen, it's usually the dude taking it. But
Crushed, right? And to this day, I know I was crushed because it was true.
Yeah.
yeah, it could. Yeah, probably. But like, you could celebrate the party in a way that she wants on a different day. Like Jada, you could also be like, I want this, and I want to do this, and I want to go do that. And then you could just do it. I know it's, when you have all that money and resources, I know it's hard to make a decision on what awesome thing to do next, right? And I'm so sorry that you have that problem in your life. Like, that's rough, dude. Man. But like, okay, egregious egotistical display. All right. Is this supposed to be for my birthday? No, I want to do something else. Okay. Next weekend, let's go to Cabo. Spend an entire month there if we fucking want to, because we can do whatever we want. Oh, man.
It wasn't a party for her.
Yeah.
And
so does that absolve you, Jada, of you being an ungrateful little shitter? Yeah, see, all of those things. True. Ego, did it for himself, but he still put an effort under the idea of doing it for you. That clearly was his intention. Your birthday, going into your family history, trying to get all these things about you, building almost like a documentary about, well, he did, right? I don't know specific, I'm not gonna watch that, but building a documentary about you, and like, that obviously stands for something that you just threw back in his face because you're an ungrateful little shitter. And you can't feel bad for Will, because again, you have everything, you can do whatever you want, and this is what you choose.
when she called me on that, that's when I snapped. And
Years later, Will admits he wasn't doing this gesture for Jada, but at the time he couldn't understand what he may have done wrong.
You didn't do anything wrong, given context to the things that you already display to the public. Through that lens, which it seems like that's already been defined for both of you. Red table talk? Like, it's on the dude? Why are we always trying to hold the dude accountable? Man.
When they returned to Los Angeles, they separated, and he said to Jada, "I retire from trying to make you happy. You are free. You need to go make yourself happy and prove to me that it's even possible. But I quit. You go do you, and I'ma go do me."
Choose a better person who's like already happy with themselves as an individual instead of being an insecure little husk of fecal matter. I mean, you're also that, clearly, if that's what you gravitate to. I don't know if that's true. I don't really see people gravitate, maybe I'm wrong, but I see people colliding. I don't see any, like, when it comes to these types of entanglements, people don't gravitate because that implies, like, you just know. Like, your feelings are somehow based on something legitimate and profound. They're not. You just feel immense chemicals firing off in your brain that, you know, signals affection towards this thing or these things that you've quantified as, you know, being worthy, as being perceived that way. I mean, clearly it's not really intentional, right? If it's just passionate, intense, mindless emotions, but, like, you just didn't handle it right. You didn't handle it right. I used right that time instead of just right. Okay. We've got another 15 minutes. 2 entire hour-long recordings. And I got through 15 minutes of the documentary. Is that a good thing?